Have you ever thought, wow, I wish I knew some pointless Subnautica facts to randomly blurt out at the family dinner table when the conversation runs dry? Like, did you know you can actually ride some Subnautica creatures? Or that some creatures might possibly follow a religion? Well, my friend, you've come to the right place. Here are some of the most pointless, yet oddly intriguing facts about Subnautica Leviathans. Reaper Leviathans exist in real life, which is kinda scary. Okay, well maybe they don't technically exist in real life, but there's this fish called the oarfish that has a very similar appearance. Also, originally, Reaper Leviathans were about the same size as oarfish as well, equating to roughly equal size to a bone shark. But now, if you look closely, you may just notice that they are like 500 times bigger. And so, using my amazing deductive skills, I have come to the conclusion that the devs may possibly have made them bigger. I know, I have great detective skills. Also, did you know Ghost Leviathans are actually twice the size of Reaper Leviathans? None of the Leviathans are related. Leviathans aren't actually a species of creature, but rather a classification of large creatures. The only two Leviathans that appear to have any relation whatsoever are the Sea Dragon and Sea Emperor Leviathans, who have quite similar sprites, suggesting that they most likely share a similar ancestor. Did you know there are actually two rideable creatures in Subnautica? Yep, you can ride Sea Treader Leviathans and Reefback Leviathans. Simply hop in a pawn suit and stand on their backs. Though I mean, I don't know why you'd want to do this, as both aren't very fast creatures. There are only two Leviathans whose eggs can never be found, even with the use of console commands, that being the Sea Treader Leviathan and Reaper Leviathan. This could suggest that these two creatures reproduce through other means than laying eggs, most likely giving birth to live young. You may have heard that Reaper Leviathans are blind, but what if I told you that was a lie? I mean, sure, the databank entry states that a Reaper uses its roar as a form of echolocation, but that doesn't mean they can't see. In fact, originally, the PDA entry for Reapers actually state that they have very developed sight. However, while in Subnautica lore Reaper Leviathans supposedly use echolocation to hunt, in-game their roar is purely aesthetic. Whether or not a Reaper has roared, it can always see you. Originally, Reefback Leviathans were never intended to swim around, but rather submerge themselves in sandy areas. However, if increased activity started around them, they would have risen off the ground and searched for a more peaceful place to rest. Additionally, after this idea was scrapped, it was intended that players would be able to grab a hold of Reefback's tentacles to hitch a ride or hide from hostile creatures in the plants that cover their backs. On another note, bladderfish and wholefish schools only spawn near Reefback Leviathans, and the max speed of a Reefback Leviathan is 0.5 meters per second. They sometimes also emit low frequency noises when other Reefbacks are nearby, suggesting that they are communicating with each other. Also, according to their databank entry, the reason they are so big is that all their predators have now gone extinct, and thus there is no creature limiting their growth. Ghost Leviathans are the only creatures of which we have extensive knowledge of their life cycle, and 4 different stages of Ghost Leviathan development can be found throughout the map. It is also suggested that Ghost Leviathans continue to grow throughout their life, only stopping when they die. I made a whole video about the life cycle of a Ghost Leviathan. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. I know, shameless self-promoting. Anyway, continuing on. Did you know that originally the Sea Dragon Leviathan had this cool animation for attacking the sea moth where it would grasp the vehicle in its forelimbs and place it in its mouth? Although, slight problem with this, the sea moth can't actually go that deep, hence why it was removed. Additionally, have you ever wondered how a creature so big could live so deep? I mean, surely a creature that size would have to eat tons of food for energy, right? Wrong. According to Kleber's law, metabolic efficiency scales with size, giving larger creatures an advantage in deep sea conditions where food is scarce. This is why even in real life, the deeper you go, the larger creatures you can find, such as colossal squids living more than 1,000 meters below sea level. Thus, by the amount of Reaper Leviathan bones, it is possible that Sea Dragon Leviathans could survive by purely traveling to the surface once every couple of years to hunt Reapers. Sea Emperor Leviathans are the most intelligent creatures on planet 4546b, possessing similar knowledge and ideologies as humans. This is clear from not only the fact that one was able to learn and speak in a language Riley Robinson can understand, but also its display of an understanding of the natural world. Take a listen to this dialogue by the Sea Emperor.
Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land, or a creature so small It sees the gaps between the grains of sand.
From this dialogue, it is suggested that the Sea Emperor understands the ocean and the role its currents play in sustaining life. Additionally, its poetic suggestion of the next meeting between the player and the Sea Emperor as it is dying conveys a sense that the creature is of a philosophical or even religious nature through its referencing of reincarnation in a future life. So, there you have it, 9 probably useless but nonetheless interesting facts and lore about Subnautica Leviathans. And, as always, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so if you could subscribe, it would really help out a ton. But yeah, bye.